I was wrongfully convicted in June of '98 and exonerated in December of '05 for 7.5 years for a crime I did not commit. It was pretty quickly. I went to see a doctor because I was having difficulties coping and sleeping and all the above. I mean, just functioning as a normal person was difficult for me. Not knowing what to expect, a completely new life. When I was released, I dealt with a divorce, and so therefore, I was totally had a different life, and not knowing what to expect and how to handle certain situations. Years down the road, I don't know, around 2015, I did struggle a lot. I struggled very much with being in the public and dealing with different circumstances. And in 2015 came along, I was at my wit's end, and myself and a couple other exonerees with a law director and of the Ohio Innocence Project had us go on the Doctor's Show. It's called The Doctors. And so Dr. Lipoff was a surprise guest there in the audience. And in time, over the course of being on the show, he asked if either of the three of us would love or would like to have a medical procedure that may be helpful. And I immediately, after the show, went and spoke with him behind, So I had the procedure, and my gosh, how it saved my life. It saved my life. And I was having nightmares every night, very horrific nightmares. I couldn't sleep. I wasn't sleeping at night or day. So therefore I wasn't functioning as a normal or, close to normal person. And so the procedure went very well. I realized immediately after waking up from the procedure that I just felt like a new person. Immediately I told him, I said, my gosh, it felt like a huge weight lifted off of me, and that I was able to go out into the world again and be a productive citizen, because I wasn't able to up to that point.
I met Clarence. He was out 4 years. Had been out of prison 4 years, and I met him and started seeing each other. And, I just thought he lived a normal life. And then the longer we were together, and then we got married, then I noticed like the nightmares. So his nightmares would wake me up. And I noticed like my life changing, because just simple things like if my kids would come over, they were, older, and like, make sure you announce yourself when you come in, like, don't startle him. He couldn't go anywhere. Couldn't really do anything. And he was just felt like he was grumpy all the time, and just got to the point that he just seemed miserable. And, he didn't talk about it a lot. But it was to the point that it was so bad that like, I would have my family, like when I was at work, I'd have my family go check on him because I was so afraid he would do something to himself. It was that bad. And so I kind of developed the PTSD, which I didn't realize that I even had, because I was so worried about him and helping take care of him, and kind of getting him through some stuff that I didn't even realize how much it was affecting me, because you just go through day to day. on the show, the doctors, well, I was there with Clarence, and we went backstage, and we both were just like, can you please help him? Can you please help him? I mean, it was so bad. And I mean, I was really afraid that something was going to happen to him. And Dr. Lipoff looked at me and he said, you probably have secondary PTSD. And I was like, what? And then I started studying it, and I'm like, I have every one of those symptoms. I mean, that's totally me. Immediately. I mean, it literally changed our marriage. It changed our life.
Yep. Dr. Lipoff had mentioned to me that we were the first husband and wife to have the procedure.
I would tell them, don't wait. We lost too many years.
Don't wait. Do not hesitate. Yeah, it's worth a try, at least. It's worth a chance to see if it will help you.